Hello everyone, Amy here with Amy's Wares, and today I'm going to make a batch of metallic embossed sympathy cards. Now I have this 𝗂𝐿𝐴 Creative stamp set, and I have a bunch of panels that I'm going to pull from my chocolate box. Now here's a photo of the finished card to show you the direction that we're headed, but ultimately I had a bunch of these panels in my crafty stash. A lot of these were from trial and error, comparing different metallic inks on the market and things like that, but it ended up landing me with a bunch of panels, and I thought I'm just going to use these and make a bunch of sympathy cards because I noticed I was kind of low in my stash, and these are definitely a type that you want to have on hand so you don't have to worry about making one in a potentially stressful situation. Now this 𝗂𝐿𝐴 Creative stamp and die set I recently acquired. Sadly, I don't think it's available anymore because whether her store is going to stay open or not is in question, which is really sad. But in order to support her and help her clear out her stash, I did end up placing a pretty big order and got a lot of really cool stuff. So use whatever you have in your crafty stash. Hopefully you have some sympathy sort of sentiments that you can use, or just apply this principle to, maybe another batch. Maybe you want to make more happy situation cards like birthday cards or celebration cards. It's just a technique that I'm showing you here, but I'm all about saving time. So I'm going to stamp most of these sentiments all at once. So this is a time saver right here. I'm just going to get a bunch of them for this batch of cards, and then also have a couple extra to throw in my sentiment binder. If you aren't familiar, I do have a sentiment binder where I put a bunch of pre-made die cut or stamped and die cut sentiments so they're ready to go. And I will put those extras in there for future cards. So I'm just using some VersaFine Clair Nocturne ink, which is a rich pigment ink here. I'm going to stamp it a bunch of times just to make sure I get a nice even impression here. Now, something I did that's a little bit different, normally I won't take this time, but I knew I was going to be die cutting these out, and I didn't want to wait on that to dry, and I didn't want to get ink all over inside my die cutting machine. So since it's a pigment and it's going to stay wet a minute, I decided to coat it with some clear embossing powder. Typically I would use like an embossing tool first to make sure I didn't have static or oil from my fingerprints. I would use like an embossing tool to brush over it first. But since it's clear, I wasn't worried about it, because if there's clear somewhere on the white, it's not really going to show. Oh my gosh, here you guys, I almost launched that entire jar of clear embossing ink all over my table. You couldn't really see it, but my heart was racing because I almost dumped that whole thing train wreck style on my work surface. But crisis averted, made it work. I coated everything in clear, and I'm just cooking it with my Wow embossing heat gun. You can see it turns to this shiny dark black once the embossing powder is melted, and then now I don't need to worry about getting ink all over my die cutting machine or all over my hands. You can see it's got that nice shine to it. And it just adds a little something extra. So now I'm going to use all these coordinating dies and use some mint tape just to kind of tack those down, and then I will run it through my Spellbinder Platinum 6 embossing die cutting machine just to kind of cut all of these out. So there's no new reinventing the wheel here, nothing super exciting or anything other than I'm just doing a bunch at once to save time. I'm all about efficiency. Now typically I would have card bases already made, but I recently ran out. I have, since this video, sat down while watching a movie with my family, made a million card bases. That's usually what I do. I usually have a drawer full of card bases ready to go, but I ran out, so you get to see me make some there. Those are US A2 size 4¼ inch by 5½. So I cut a regular size piece of cardstock in half, and then score it at the 4¼ mark, and then it's just a standard US A2 size. So now I'm just figuring out which ones I want on the front of the card, just kind of mixing and matching. And then I do also go through and use another one of those stamps to stamp on the inside of the card with a different one of the sentiments. So I'm just kind of figuring out here placement based on the embossing. These are all, actually maybe they're not all. I was going to say they're all 3D, Altenew 3D embossing folders, but I think that's not actually the case. I will try and remember to link everything in the video description box below. I'll link the different stores, and then I'll link the names of the embossing folders so you can see those as well. But you can see I did You're in My Thoughts for a lot of the stamping on the inside of the cards. I popped up the sentiments with little thin foam strips, so nothing crazy, you know, out of the norm here. Some of them have a little white border, so they're slightly trimmed down on the card bases, but they're all USA 2 size. And now I have these batches, or this batch of cards ready to go in my stash. Hopefully I won't need them, but again, it's important to have those on hand. So I hope you found this helpful. If you did, please hit the thumbs up. I'll link everything I can in the video description box below, and I will catch you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.